So have you guys ever heard the saying, laugh and the world will laugh with you? Or maybe even that laughter is the best medicine? Well, both of these are great examples of how a positive attitude and a little bit of laughter actually can affect somebody's health. So today I'm going to tell you a bit about how humor can actually heal somebody. Now you guys might be saying, John, I know how to laugh. I know how to have fun. You don't have to have a speech about it. But on average, a child actually laughs 300 times a day, while anybody over the age of 18, adults I guess, only laughs about 17 times a day in an experiment done by the Citizen magazine. Now, I personally feel like I have a lot of humor in my life. I've researched this topic pretty extensively, and I think I use it quite a bit in my own life. So today I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the psychological, the physical, and the social benefits and, I guess, drawbacks of humor. So I'll start with my psychological benefits, or in this case, I guess, benefits, sure, okay. So stress relief. First, when you, oh my God. When humor, or when you even anticipate humor or laughter, you actually start to release, or kill, I guess, cortisol in your body, blood, also epinephrine and Dopac. So cortisol is a stress hormone, epinephrine is an adrenaline hormone, and Dopac helps create epinephrine. So in a research done by a team in Loma Linda, California, if you even anticipate humor or laughter, your results of those three things will go down by 39% cortisol, 70% epinephrine, and 38% Dopac. So while reducing stress, you're actually promoting other things. You're promoting endorphins, which endorphins are a group of hormones that are secreted within the brain and nervous system, and it also promotes dopamine. Dopamine is your feel-good hormone. It's what makes you happy. So when you guys go and you guys eat food, you start to have dopamine go through your brain. And actually there are some things that, like ADHD and ADD, that you have not enough dopamine in your brain. So if you guys don't exactly know what I mean by the secretion of these certain hormones in your brain. So this is a neuron. A neuron sends these impulses through your brain. So this, in this case, I'm going to use dopamine. Dopamine are these little dots within these transmitters, right? And they come up to this synapse, or the synaptic gap, and they start to drop out into the next neuron. So if you have like cortisol, if you're having a reduction of that, you have less of these little dots going into the next one. And if you have an increase of dopamine, you have more of them. Cortisol is also a memory-killing drug, or chemical. There's a quote here saying that the learning ability and delayed recall become more challenging as we age, said a study by Arthur Grinder S. Baines, a PhD candidate in rehab science. He says, laughing with friends or even 20 minutes of humor on TV, as I do daily, helps me cope with my daily stressors. So that's just some of the ways that psychologically you are helped by humor or laughter. So this brings me to my next point, which is the physical. Now you guys might be thinking, like, you can't really burn any calories, but on average you can actually burn 40 calories after 10 to 15 minutes of laughter a day. Now that means that an astounding 4 pounds a year that you guys are burning. You guys could be 4 pounds lighter. It also affects your immune system. It increases the amount of immune cells and antibodies in your body, which will in turn make you more healthy and more defensible against diseases and infections. It also helps with your heart. It increases the size of your blood vessels through stimulation, so it'll actually thicken them, making you have increased blood flow and faster reaction to all these things. So far I've talked to you guys about the social and about the physical. or sorry, the psychological and the physical. Now I'm going to bring you guys into a little bit about the social. So by yourself, if you were to compare that to being with friends or family, sharing a laugh is actually more stimulating to your body. It will increase your relationships with people and your overall feeling while in a social environment. It can open up people's the mood to being a little more open to a more in-depth talk. It'll open up your true emotions, make you a little more comfortable around other people. It also makes a huge break on your stress response. So if you were to have a conversation with your friends and let's say that they said something that's maybe a little bit harmful or hurtful, you actually will sort of stunt that to make it a little less like instant aggression to them. It also resolves tension and resentment. So if you're in a social response where maybe you and your old friend are having maybe not so much fun, or you're not having a close relationship anymore, it'll actually maybe slow that down a little bit, make you guys a little closer again, hopefully. And it will open you up to your true comfort and true emotion, and it'll increase your bonds between friends. So like disagreement and disappointment will probably go down, and the amount of spontaneity, how spontaneous you are as a person might actually increase. So overall, I hope you guys understand that humor can actually help you both physically, mentally, and socially overall in your life. So I hope that I helped you guys prove your doctors wrong, that pills are not always the most helpful way to make you guys feel better, and that maybe just a couple laughs a day can make you a little healthier.
Stay up there for questions,
Oh,
please.
yeah.